Christmas is almost here. Oh. This is a special request made from someone who watched one of my other videos. I don't think I've ever done a Christmas video, so here it is. Christmas. I'm not as per se against Christmas like Halloween. I do know that Christmas, at least I know in America and other parts of the world. I live in America, so I know more about how Christmas is done in America. Festivities, parties, celebrations, gifts, and all that. I know there's origins of Christmas going back to how the Romans celebrated it, European countries celebrated it. The Romans had a week-long festival called Saturnalia, and they gave homage to the god of agriculture, Saturn. Some European countries celebrate the winter solstice around that time, the 25th, a few days before, and towards that day, the shortest time of the year, and they were honoring the time when the days would be longer again. Also, the Romans were giving homage to the sun god, Sol Invictus, the unconquerable sun, they called him. So there's a lot of pagan roots to it, giving homage to deities, and my particular opinion, false. Well, my opinion, but I know there's no other God but the true God. But yeah, other cultures and celebrated Christmas for different reasons, and of course we, at least in America and other parts of the world, have altered that, have changed that, and a lot of us are probably more focused now on Santa Claus. We've attributed to Santa Claus, but at least me being a Christian, there's a song that goes, "He knows when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. Be good for goodness sake." And seemingly, the Santa Claus knows your thoughts and it knows if you've been good or bad, and gives you the good people gifts, which is taking the homage, the thoughts away from Jesus, the respect for Jesus. And there's a lot of professed Christians, professed Christians who, claim it's they give out all the homage to God, no other person but God, but they're giving all this homage to Santa Claus. And why? If it's supposed to be about Jesus, why aren't you giving more the homage to Jesus? Why isn't the gospel music being played in the stores? Why isn't the gospel music played in the house? Do I think it's Jesus' birthday? No, I don't. But I don't think that the what people say is celebrating Jesus' birthday. I don't think it's as, if that were the case, I don't think people are doing that. It's mostly about getting with family, and that's great. I'm not against getting with family. Eating food together, that's fine. I'm not against putting up a tree. I don't whether you have a tree or not, you guys still got family, you got food, whether there's a tree there or not. I don't think those are bad. I really don't think it's bad. I think a lot of people do overspend on Christmas. Yes. Yes. And there's a lot of people who feel bad if they overspend on Christmas. So you're giving gifts to people who, frankly, don't need a lot of these things. You feel bad if you can't give to somebody. And a lot of times we give gifts to people that really don't need it, or don't need certain things, right? And we're thinking more about ourselves. If it's really about celebrating Christ, and why aren't we doing more things for the community? Why aren't families feeding the homeless, going out to places and praying for people, giving clothes, giving food? Some people do that, but a lot of people don't. It's all about, what am I gonna give for Christmas? New Switch 2, the new TV, new this, new that. For a lot of people, it's all about just them and their close circle of family, rather than them going with your family to go impact the community. Once again, with Christmas, with Santa Claus, it's, what did Santa Claus do for me? What kind of example did he leave for me? What teaching, what principles did he leave? No, I'm gonna give honor to Jesus, who who died for me, who gave his life for me, who gave all of us an example, the best example to live, loving, wonderful principles to live by, that can transform our lives for the better. So, so I'm not against Christmas per se. There's certain elements of it that I question, that I raise my eyebrow at, but I'm not against it the way I am with Halloween, for sure. I just think that, what's being promoted with Christmas, Santa, that should be, my opinion, done away with. It's good that people hang out with family, eat food, pass the bread, open gifts. That's fine, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I would just say, for people who do it, just think about why you're doing it, what's the motive, what's the intention. And if you claim to be celebrating the birth of Jesus, I don't think Jesus was born that day, the 25th of December. If you claim to be doing that, hey, I think really evaluate yourself to see if you really are honoring Christ. Are you doing things with the kids? Reading the Bible, singing gospel hymns. Why we're playing all these Christmas carols. Some of them is a little more decent. Some of them just talking about Santa Claus. Well, we're not singing the actual nice, decent hymns about Christ, which I think a lot of families are not doing that. But yeah, I think for a lot of people, especially, kids, but everybody, it's about just them, getting gifts. And there's some people that are just doing it just really for the family, just for the family gathering. So, yeah, but everyone has their own conviction about it, their own thoughts about it. And, just pray that whether you celebrate it or not, just make sure that you focus on your family. Most importantly, give the ultimate creator, the only true God, the honor that he deserves, and love people. All right, so that's my thoughts on it. That's it. So God bless y'all. Love y'all.